Yo, what's up, Chaos TV family? What's up, Chaos TV Network? It's your boy, the Chaos Leader himself, and leader of the Chaos Nation. Yo, what's up? It's Chaos Hero. And today, I'm going to be basically picking up where I left off with a lot of deck profiles. If you check out my deck refresh, which is a new segment on my channel, I go back to a lot of old deck profiles I did and update them for this modern format. For friends, families. Before I go into all these deck profiles, I will say they are not made for competitive play. They're not made for tournament play. If you want to go to locals and have fun, by all means do so. But like I said, these are pure deck profiles. My policy is I usually build archetypes pure if they have enough support of their own to see where they go. If their support is utter garbage and in the dirt, I will try to make them slightly playable. To where it doesn't destroy the integrity of it, the archetype being pure. But other than that, let's get into the deck profile that we're here to see now. Now, you all know I love machine decks, and you know I appreciate them. This is the reason why this deck, when I first got it, really crushed me a little bit, because the fact is I wanted this deck to be good. And it's okay, because the one good thing that came out of it was its extra deck monster. Specifically, its Link monster. And that deck profile for today is InfiniTrack's. InfiniTrack's is an all Xyz machine-based, earth-attributed, machine-based archetype that bases itself on building up its Xyz monsters and then going into a Link monster that is basically their beatdown. All machine decks, or good percentage of machine decks in this game, are a good majority of machine beatdowns, such as Ancient Gears, Cyber Dragons, and even to Genzo to an extent, as well as anything else. But other than that, let's get into the deck profile, shall we? So as you can see, we got everything set up and set out. So we're going to move that extra deck out the way real quick and nice like. And get into this main deck. Now, let's check out these monsters. Now, like I said, this deck was kind of uninteresting because I couldn't draw into the proper cards, because this deck doesn't have enough level 4s where it can draw into them to where it can start combo extenders. And sometimes you will brick. So what I did was I took some stuff out and replaced some stuff to make some spicy tech. And that is 1 copy of Despot 2 and 2 copies of Despot 3, which actually work in this deck and give me a better combo extender. Unfortunately, it still stuns the deck. But that does help when you add Scrap Recycler at 3. And basically that's it for the outsourcing as far as the main deck monsters. I had to outsource because, much like Fire Fist with Coach Wolfbark, this deck can't really fully function the way it needs to, or the way I need it to, as far as a pure archetype. So it kind of slightly breaks the code of conduct that I go by playing it pure, but these actually do help out the archetype a lot. And I had to go get the Machinist Structure deck just to get half this stuff, which also I should be doing a deck profile on pretty soon, hopefully. As far as the InfiniTrack's monsters, we won 3 of InfiniTrack's Anchor Drill, 3 of Harvester, 2 of Brutal Dozer, as you can see from the corner of the TV screen, the video screen, Drag Shovel, 2 of Crab Crane, my bad. 2 of Trencher, 2 of Tunneler, and that's it for the main deck monsters. As far as traps go, Crushing Run, 2 ofs, Spin Turn, that's a 2 of, 3 of Solemn Strike, or you can just put Warning and Judgment in replace of these 2. For back rows support, we also have 3 copies of MST, 2 copies of Iron Call, 2 copies of Iron Draw, 2 copies of Heavy Forward, and 2 copies of Out Trigger extensions. And that's it for the main deck. The main deck does have a lot of substance and a lot of stability, But it's that first turn draw, if you go first or second, that really makes this deck, depends on what this deck is going to do. Unfortunately, it doesn't do much, and I will be doing an episode of Top Down Throwdown with this deck, with, like I said, a couple of my friends, especially Yafuna, because I'm doing collabs on his channel for him and helping him out while he's helping me, which is a good thing. But other than that, let's get to the main deck, shall we? Because I'm pretty sure that's what y'all want to see. But basically, there's nothing new here if you know what InfiniTrack's do. Now, as far as the main deck is concerned, we have a lot of stuff, a lot of combo extenders, and it's nothing much to scoff at, but 3 copies of Goliath, 3 copies of Megalops, which is your boss monster, 3 copies of Stormer, 3 copies of Mountain Smasher, and 3 copies of Earth Slicer. And like I said, that's it for the extra deck, and that's basically what the deck does outside of anything else. This deck is interesting in a lot of ways as far as it being a machine beatdown deck. If you can get this deck to its full traction, all pun intended, this deck can basically easily bulldoze over your opponent quite very easily with no problem. But the only thing is it's slow. That's the whole thing. It's not as fast and consistent as I would say for Trains or Cyber Dragons or Ancient Gears. And that's the one downside to this archetype. Its boss monster is immensely godlike. It can be used in any kind of deck, and the fact that it's splashable makes it even more of a threat, because there's a lot of Xyz decks I own that can easily abuse the mess out of this. Heck, Satellers, if they wanted to, can easily play this deck as a beatdown option, because we can get into Xyz a little bit easier than InfiniTrack's can. Rakas can use this card, but unfortunately those heifers do a lot extra stuff just to get out what they can do simply. Raid Raptors, any other Xyz deck on the planet Earth in general, hell, windups can abuse the mess out of this card. And you know how broken windups are, even with Zenmates on the ban list. And adding this would just completely just beat the mess out of the as far as a machine beatdown is concerned. But like I said, the deck is good. It hits heavy, it hits hard, but it's just, in my opinion, even with the spice deck I added into the pure archetype, it's still very, very slow. If I went with the original build that I had for this archetype, I would brick a good 50, probably 80% of the time, close to 95% of the time, and wouldn't get any traction or momentum with this deck at all, or period. But other than that, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the deck profile of InfiniTrack's. It is a really, really interesting deck. If you want to invest in it, by all means, go for it, because this deck has been decently reprinted, and the support for it's not that expensive, but it's somewhat hard to find for some reason. It's still good. I still like it. It's still awesome. And I still like machine decks, so I will be doing a top-down throwdown episode of this deck as well. But that's it for today. This is Chaos Hero signing out. I'm about to jump back out in the chaos to show you what's good for you. Also, a bit of a reminder, you guys, I am going to be doing a lot of figurine and Gears reviews. I'm going to bring those back, or try to bring those back. I have a lot of stuff I wanted to show you guys, and stuff that I've gotten over the last few months, as well as doing a lot of deck profiles. But to be honest with you, this is more of an apology for you guys that I've been out the loop for a while. For a lot of reasons, due to the fact of, the situation that's going on with the world and still going on at this point, along with the elections and situations with that. Just a number of things that are going on in this world. It's really taken a lot, plus on the fact that I had to move. to a new location, which is more busier than the location I was at. Because if you can hear in the background of the last 3 deck profiles, you can hear a lot of cars going back and forth. And it's just been a lot. But other than that, like I said, I'm just glad to be back. I'm gonna keep a set schedule. I'm gonna do 2 videos per week. Actually, 3 videos per week. 2 on one on deck refresh, and 1 on new deck profile. And then just the next episode is gonna be like just top down, throw down all the time. Other than that, this is Chaos. Love you guys, and I appreciate you. Keep subscribing. If we can get 100 likes and at least 100 subscribers, I will be legit doing a giveaway for a Android 21 SH Figure Arts figure. And for those of you that don't believe me, here she is, still in her box, not opened. I was gonna do a review on her, but I'm not a huge fan of her. Hate me in the comment sections if you want to, you weebs, but not a huge fan of her. I just got her because it was a buy one, get one half off thing at GameStop with her and Super Saiyan God Goku. So I got Goku and ended up getting her in the process. I really don't like the design of this figure, in my personal opinion. And if I can get at least, let's say 1,000 subscribers, and just like 100 views on my videos, so somebody's gonna get this. I will be doing a raffle. You put your names in the comments section. I will be putting a raffle on this channel on a live stream, or on Yafina's channel while we're doing at least we're gonna try to do a live stream or build up to a live stream, and we're gonna do a raffle. We're gonna write names down, put it in like a raffle, I guess, and see who gets the Android 21. Like I said, we'll try to mail it out to you or something like that, to your PO box. We'll get into more detail with it as we go along. We're gonna try to start up a Discord on. I'm gonna start up my Discord pretty soon, to where we can work something out with that. Anyways, but take it easy. Peace.